Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Vedangas. We are back with our second season of accounts. You can go through our previous account video through the link given in the description, or you can visit the channel's playlist for the relating subjects. So guys, this is Amit. So in this video here you will learn about the accounting principles and related to the topic accounting concept, accounting conventions and accounting standards. So guys, before going to the explanation, please subscribe to the channel, like the video and press the bell icon for the latest notifications. Principles of accounting. So do you know what is the principle of accounting? The accounting principles are general accounting procedure practices which guides the accountant in preparation of accounting records. These accounting principles helps the accountant to prepare the accounting records. And these accounting principles can be broadly classified into two. That is accounting concept and accounting conventions. These accounting concept and accounting conventions have been developed over the year from experience, usage and necessity, and are generally expected for recording of the transactions and preparation of financial accounts. Through these, it helps the preparation of final account. So coming to the accounting concept. The concept of accounting are the necessary assumptions, conditions and postulates upon which the accounting is based. So we can say that the whole accounting is based on the concept of accounts. The concept of accounting has several types. It has several concepts to start a business. The first one is business entity concept. As per this concept, every business organizations are treated as a separate entity which can be distinguished from the owners or stakeholders who provide capital to it. As we know, every business organization to start the business required some capital, required some investment, and the owner or a stakeholders, a particular person provides capital to the business to start it. So this investment increases the business, build the business. So this is all about the business entity concept. The next concept of account is dual aspect concept. This principle is the basis of double entry system of bookkeeping. This all business transactions are recorded in accounts has two aspects. One is receiving benefits and giving benefits. For example, if a business acquires some assets into the business, it is receiving of benefits. The assets are coming into the business. And for that assets, the business must pay cash. So that payment is giving of benefits. The third concept of accounting is going concern concept. As per this concept, it is assumed that the organization will continue for a long time. So how can we say that the organization runs for a long time? How it runs for a long time? If a business or if organization builds with a good investment, good ideas, skilled laborers and employers, then it has a long time of liquidity. The next concept is money measurement concept. Every business organization is termed with money. Every business organization termed monetary transaction in its form, and all the transactions are recorded in the terms of money, then it is known as business. And those transactions which are not related to monetary transactions are not recorded in the books of accounts. The receipt of income, payment of expenses, purchase and sales of assets, etc. are the transactions of money that which are recorded in the books of account, and these transactions measures in the concept of accounting. Cost concept. As per this concept, an asset is ordinarily recorded at a price paid to acquire it. That means at its cost, and this cost is the basis for all subsequent accounting for the assets. And in this, the purchased assets recorded at the cost at the time of purchase may systematically, as the time changes, can be reduced through the depreciations. So for example, if a good is purchased in 2010 for 50,000 and in 2017 it is planning to be sold, so will the customer buy these goods for 50,000? No, because as the time changes, the good value decreases through the process of depreciation. This is all about the cost concept. Accounting period concept. Every business firm maintains its annual record of business transactions to know the financial position of business, at the end of which the financial statements are prepared to ascertain the financial performance of the organization. The accounting period is normally considered to be of 12 months, and the accounting books are closed at the end of every year, either at the end of March or December. So the next concept of the accounting is accrual concept. Under the cash system of accounting, the revenue and expenses are recorded only if they are actually received or paid in cash, irrespective of the accounting period to which they belong. But under the accrual concept, occurrence of claims and obligations in respect of income or expenditure, assets or liabilities based on happening of any event, passage of time, rendering of services are recorded, even though actual receipt or payments of money may not have taken place. Next one is matching concept. Matching the revenues earned during an accounting period with the cost associated with the period to ascertain the result of a business concern is called matching concept. In this concept, the revenues are matched during the period of accounting with the cost of business, ascertained the profit. It is the basis for finding accurate profit for a period which can be safely distributed to the owners in the business. So the last concept of accounting is realization concept. According to this concept, revenue should be accounted for only when it is actually realized. This signifies that revenue should be recognized only when the services are rendered or the sale is affected. However, in order to recognize the revenue, actual receipt of cash is not necessary. But the organization should be legally entitled to receive the amount for the service rendered or the sale affected. Now coming to accounting conventions. Accounting conventions are the customs or traditions guiding the preparation of accounts. They are adopted to make financial statements clear and meaningful. We can say that because of accounting convention, the financial statement of business means to be a clear and meaningful. Accounting conventions are of four types. They are convention of disclosure, convention of materiality, convention of consistency, and convention of conservatism. Coming to convention of disclosure. As per this convention, accounting statement should disclose fully and completely all the significant information based on which decision can be taken by various interested parties. The next convention is convention of materiality. The materiality principle requires the disclosure of significant information, exclusion of which would influence the decision. Unimportant and insignificant information are either left out or merged with other items. Third convention of accounting is convention of consistency. Consistency means being steady. This convention of consistency facilitates comparison of financial performance. It compares the financial position of business of an entity from one accounting period to another, which is possible when the accounting principle followed by an entity are consistently applied over the years. The last convention of accounting is convention of conservatism. As per this convention, the anticipated profit should be ignored. Anticipated means probable. The probable profit should be ignored, but the probable loss should not be considered into the book of accounts of any entity of any business firm. The essence of this principle is anticipate no profit and provide for all possible losses. So this is all about the accounting concept and accounting convention. Now coming to the accounting standards. Accounting standard is a principle that guides and standardizes accounting practices. The accounting standards are necessary so that the financial statements are meaningful across a wide variety of business. Otherwise, the accounting rules of different companies would make comparative analysis almost impossible. At present, there are 35 Indian accounting standards (IAS), which are universally acceptable in all the countries of the world. In India, the Institute of Chartered Accountants has constituted Accountant Standard Board (ASB) in 1977. The ASB has empowered to formulate and issue accounting standards that should be followed by all business concerned in India. And also you can check the PDF relating to the video through the link provided in the description. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Have a nice time.